Hello ladies and gentlemen of the internet. Today, on this video, I am going to share with you my Visian ICL experience. So I had ICL surgery just about a month ago now. We're in October, we're at the end of October. This was October 4th I had my surgery. And for those that aren't familiar with Visian, what they're doing is they're making a series of incisions into the eye, 3 1mm incisions and then a 2.8mm incision, and then they're using an injector to actually inject the contact lens into the eye. It unrolls itself and they tuck it under the iris. That's the actual way that it works. Anyway, there's a lot of videos on it on YouTube, and you can watch those videos to see how the actual surgery works and what it looks like. So, I had the surgery, and my preparation for the surgery was pretty straightforward. I was told I would need reading glasses, which I currently wear, these over here, and because I have very bad vision. So at the time I stopped wearing contact lenses, I was around a 12.0, but my actual script is a 15, which is really, really strong. So I have very, very nearsightedness, so bad that if I were to take the contacts out, I couldn't see the big E on the eye chart. That's how bad my vision was. I looked at LASIK and PRK and talked to a lot of ophthalmologists and ophthalmological surgeons with regard to those, and I was not a candidate. That's how bad my eyes were. Everybody told me, no, you've got to get an ICL, which is an interocular lens placed into the eye. And I said, okay, that's my only option, Now, the ICL is made for people with incredibly poor vision. I didn't really have an option. Now, this is my experience. So other people that you watch videos on, they're going to have their own experience that's unique to them. This experience is very unique to me. Now, I haven't seen any videos that were real horror stories. I've seen a few videos where people said, it wasn't what they thought it would be. And of course, there's a million videos of people saying how wonderful it is and how perfect it worked out for them, and that's great. The big question is, was it worth it? So the cost on the surgery ranges anywhere, and these are just from the research that I did, between $6,500 to around $10,000, depending on who you go to. The question, was it worth it? Is it worth it? Is not going to be a question that I answer in monetary value. So as far as this video is concerned, we're going to pretend that the surgery was free. It was not free, but we're going to pretend it was. To answer the question, was it worth it? Because I think if you add in the monetary issue, I think it tends to cloud things. Like, oh, it would have been worth it if it was $10, but not if it's $1 million. And then you start to play that game. And I don't think that's a fair way to evaluate this. Now, I was told, and we had numerous conversations about this before the surgery, I would still need to wear my reading glasses, which are right here. Put them on and I can read. Prior to the surgery, I wore reading glasses for reading, and only for reading. So looking around the room, I had my contacts on, and I could see around the room. Far away, it wasn't as good. So at a distance of a couple hundred yards or whatever, I'd have to squint a lot. But that was the contact lens. The expectation that I went in with was that this was simply going to be a replacement for the contact lens. The contact lens I wouldn't be wearing anymore. I would now have this new lens implanted into the eye, and basically it was going to be an even swap. That was the image that I had in my head. That's not exactly what I got, and that's part of the reason I'm making this video. Now, this could be because my eyes were so bad that I have this presbyopia, where I have trouble seeing now. By the way, just to set this straight, I can see 100, 200, 300, 600 yards, no sweat. Look away, look out the window, see stuff a mile away, and boy, it's crisp and clear, and that's wonderful. That is an amazing thing. I am really, really happy about that. I like that. Here's what I don't like, and this was not contemplated, and maybe if it was disclosed up front, I don't know how they would have done this, because on the one hand, my eyesight was incredibly bad. On the other hand, ICL is made for people with incredibly bad eyesight. And this is the issue that I'm coming at. Beating around the bush a bit, but this is the issue that I'm coming to. And it is my vision around the house, not reading, but just looking around 10, 15, 20, 30 feet away is not clear. It's blurry. How blurry is it? On the autorefractor, it gave a number. And I'm getting glasses made to wear, which I have not worn glasses other than the readers for 40 years. So I'm going to need to wear glasses just to see around the house. That sucks. That really sucks. I was expecting I'll call it the mid-range vision to be clear. Can I see? Yeah, I can see. Can I see better than previously? Yes, much better. But this mid-range vision thing being not sharp is really annoying. Really, really annoying, because it wasn't something I contemplated or expected. Now, the question comes, was it worth it? Had I known this going into it, that I would lose that mid-range vision when I've still done the procedure, I'm going to hem and haw. Oh, and by the way, the procedure is completely reversible. I don't know what it costs to get reversed, but it is completely reversible. They can pull the lenses out of the eye with, again, small incisions and put you back to wherever you were, should you have a nightmare experience. Not that I know that there's ever been one, but who knows. So anyway, would I do it again, knowing what I know now about losing the mid-range vision? And I'm going to have to say yes, I would still do the surgery. It sucks not having the mid-range vision. It sucks to have glasses, which I used to only need to read, to now sort of see everything. It sucks. No way to say it any other way. It sucks. But here's the deal. I no longer have to wear contact lenses to see things far away. Why is that such a big deal? Well, because I was wearing underpowered contact lenses at the time. My real script would have been around 15, 14, 5, something like that, to give me good vision. And at that point, you can't just go on 1-800-CONTACTS direct or whatever. You have to go through a special place, because it's just like with the glasses. Once you get to that certain point, you just can't go into a store, an optical shop, and say, yeah, I'll have those. To have glasses made, because you have to wear glasses for a period of time before you have the surgery done, while they're doing the optical measurements on the eye, to make sure that they've got the correct measurements, you can't have glasses on. So I had to go get a pair of glasses made. Again, haven't worn glasses in 40 years. So the glasses I had made, which were just, hey, I just need some glasses for like a week or two, ran me like $500. Yeah, it was more. I think it was like $550. And it took weeks to get them in, and it was a nightmare because, oh God, and they're like, yeah, Coke bottom bottle thick, as we used to say in the old days. So yeah, I don't have to worry about glasses of that type. I don't have to get contact lenses, which again would have been special order contact lenses. I'm sure that would end up, well, whatever the cost is, but it would have just been a lot more. It would have been a bigger pain not to have gotten the surgery. So, at the end of the day, I gotta say, the surgery, I would have done it again. Would I have liked to have known, yeah, you're going to lose your mid-range vision. They kept telling me you're going to need readers for reading. Yeah, I get it. Readers for reading. Sure. I've always needed readers for reading, at least for the past 10 years. I know presbyopia. I totally understand. My eyes are getting older. No problem. I did not know I was going to lose this mid-range vision thing. When I say lose it, I can see. I can see mid-range. It's just not sharp. It's not clear. I never had that issue before. So you are going to give something up. Well, I'm giving something up. If the reviews I've seen online, if the satisfaction rate, which is something ridiculous, like 99.5% of all ICL surgery, ends with like super happy results. And if you watch the surgeries, you watch the testimonials, there's a tremendous amount of people that say wonderful things about it. And if those numbers are correct, if the satisfaction number is correct, and maybe off a little bit, I don't know. But if it's even close to correct, it's a no-brainer to get the surgery, assuming that you're not impoverished or anything like that, because the surgery is not covered by any insurance company. This is elective surgery. What's elective surgery? Elective surgery is like cosmetic surgery. Why is it elective surgery? And I couldn't see. I was blind. Well, they said you had other options. Your other options include glasses or contact lenses, which would help you see just fine. Okay. So since you don't, quote-unquote, need it, we're not going to cover it by insurance. At least in the United States, we're not going to cover it by insurance. Okay. What should you know going into this? Well, the price range again. And I'm doing the, was it worth it? I'm saying yes, it was worth it. And I'm doing that without any monetary calculation whatsoever. If you don't have the money, or it's between eating, rice for a month or not eating anything for a month and then, getting the surgery, well, don't get the surgery. It would not be ridiculous. But if money's not a problem, yeah, I can recommend it. I can say it's good surgery. I personally had a problem. And my problem is this near vision issue. And there are not only videos of the surgery. Surgery, by the way, surgery takes, in this video, from the company that makes it, which is STAR, medical supplies, pharmaceuticals, ophthalmology stuff, whatever you want to call it. The company's STAR. If you watch their video, you're looking at 4 minutes of prep time, which means they're taking the lenses out of their containers. They're prepping the applicator. They're prepping the cartridge. The lens goes into a cartridge. It gets rolled up, and it goes into this cartridge. The cartridge goes into the applicator. It's all sitting in this balanced salt solution. That's a 4-minute process. And then the actual surgery is 10 minutes per eye. So you're looking at, they do one eye, that's a half hour. And I say that because it takes time for the general anesthetic to kick in. And then they roll you out, let you come back to, then they knock you out again, then they do the other eye. So each one of these things is like a 15-minute actual, surgery. But yeah, you're going to be there all morning or into the afternoon or however long based on how many surgeries they're doing. And of course you want to get the best doctor. I have a really good doctor. My doctor, I have complete faith in him. I did a lot of research, internet research, but more than that. Looked into his credentials, his background, how many interviews he does a week. Price was not a consideration. I didn't say, oh, well, this guy's too much and that guy's right. I looked at, these are my eyes. I use them every day. They're very important to me. And I don't want to be blind. So let's pick the best ophthalmological surgeon that we can find. Okay. And I picked one. And he's really great. Really wonderful. Does a tremendous number of surgeries. Has a tremendous approval rating, so to speak, has multiple certifications in all the right places that you need these things, and a whole list of other things I won't even go into. That gave me the confidence to select him. I'm not going to tell you who it is because there's no need for that. But I'm very happy with him. That's the most important thing. Find somebody that you trust, that you believe in, that has the right qualifications, and that has done a million of these things. As surgeries go for your eyes, this is about the simplest one you can have done. Again, they're making 3 1-millimeter incisions into each eye, and they're making a 2.8-millimeter incision. The 2.8-millimeter incision is for the injector to go into, where it opens up the lens in the eye. Now, I have a slight astigmatism. They make a special lens called a toroidal lens, same folks, Star, makes it under the Visian trademark name. And what they do is they have a calculation, and they actually put it in, and then they rotate it a certain number of degrees in order to correct the astigmatism. My astigmatism was so small that they didn't need to do that. So I got the regular Visian. But you can get a Visian lens that does correct for astigmatism. It's called a toroidal lens. Talk to your doctor about it. You may or may not need it. Was it worth it? I'm still getting used to it. You know, some folks I say, well, yeah, it's worth it. Last week I would have told you, yeah, the jury's still out. Is it worth it because I'm getting used to it? That's probably part of it, sure. When I look in the mirror and I don't see myself clearly, I'm visibly annoyed. I say, God, this sucks. This shouldn't be this way. Am I a one-off case? Maybe not. There are videos from ophthalmologists to other ophthalmologists on how to deal with difficult clients, people who aren't happy. And they go through the normal things that you would try to do as someone providing a service to someone else. Very basic things like, under promise, over perform. And with this product, it's easy to do because there is an incredible wow factor. So unlike LASIK or PRK, wherein there is a healing time, here you have what they call the wow effect, where you come out of general anesthetic and you're like, wow, I can see everything. This is amazing. I remember coming out of the general anesthetic and thinking, it's not really that clear. I mean, I can see, but it's not really that clear. And of course, we had a follow-up visit the next day. And I remember asking the surgeon, the doctor, this blurriness is going to go away, right? And he said, no, it's not. That was a really sinking feeling. And we talked about touch-ups with LASIK or PRK. I believe he was referring to PRK, not LASIK. So yeah, we can do that. Now, those touch-ups that he was talking about are not for this mid-range problem. No, they're not. That would only be to correct that tiny slight astigmatism I have at a far distance, which again, doesn't bother me. That part of it doesn't bother me. I don't mind looking 600 yards away, being like, oh, well, maybe it could be clear. No, it's more than clear enough. I'm very happy with that. It's this mid-range thing, where now I am always wearing these damn glasses, which rightly or wrongly, I feel like I shouldn't have to wear unless I'm going to read something. Okay, I'm going to put on the reading glasses, I'm going to read. No. Now when I look around with glasses on, everything in that mid-range, 10, 20 feet away, I know my wall is 20 feet from me, is now clearer with the glasses. Without the glasses, it's blurry. I shouldn't be. Questioned the doctor about this extensively. He said, it is unusual.